All right. Once again, this is Larry Jones, aka Dime, out here with BBG for the kids, trying to send positive messages to influence the youth to do the right thing. I'm standing here with a very bona fide young man who I hold in high regards. This is Floss, a local native, been through many things in life, and I just wanted to say, welcome, Floss. How you doing today?
My pleasure.
Floss, you've been all around the world, man, and you done been in many things in terms of trauma. You done
Exactly.
dealt with trauma all your life. What would you say to a young person out right now that's experiencing trauma in their life?
First thing is reach out for help. Like, don't be afraid to, who it is. It might be your basketball coach. It might be somebody you look up. It could be even one of your peers
Yes.
of your age who could go get the word out and go get the necessary help for you.
Right.
But that's the first thing. You definitely got to reach out, because without you reaching out, where could the resources come from? Well, it's nowhere to start.
Exactly.
So you got to reach out.
So that's the big thing.
And I'm not
Reach out
talking
for
about
help.
giving no signs.
No.
I'm talking about, really letting somebody know. Don't
Right.
be afraid.
Right. And if you can't say it, find somebody you can relate to
That
and
can
just
translate
slowly,
it.
that'll understand you, and then it'll slowly work itself out. Now, Floss, me and you and myself, we've been around violence all our life. We've been victims of violence. We've had friends. We've lost loved ones. For a young person out there right now that's dealing with the loss of someone close to them, what would you recommend to them how to cope with losing a loved one?
I tell them, honestly, which I tell myself too, sometimes you just got to let God handle it. Because majority of the times you trying to take it into your own matter, something of that magnitude,
Yeah.
it really, the on effect that you could bring on to even your child, your brother, a
Yeah.
sister, a
Yeah.
spouse.
Exactly.
So I would just say prayers, man, and just some. You know what? Most of the time, if you're just not even in the way, that stuff won't even find you.
So basically, what we're saying is be careful of the situations you allow yourself to be into and things that have a different outcome in life.
Exactly.
Okay, and I respect that. Now, on your end, when you went through the trauma you went through, what got you back to where you is now?
People like you,
Okay.
got
Thank
me
you.
back. Surrounding myself with the right people,
Right.
support. You feel me?
Okay, so when you say that, that means watch your circle better.
Yes. Be careful with your circle. Have people around you that care. I mean, it's pretty obvious to tell who really. Sometimes it's not obvious because people could have nice things or
Yeah.
have certain things you
Yeah.
need, but pretty much you gotta.
So I would back up what Floss is saying by saying surround yourself with like-minded people. If you're trying to do positive, you can't hang out with people who are committing crimes, committing burglaries and robberies and doing things of that nature on social media with the negativity, because that's going to come back to you. You want to hang with people that are positive, and things that you do with them will produce positive outcomes. So Floss, I'm going to ask you this. For the young people out there that's caught up with material, fascinated by social media, that's letting social media control their lives, what message would you send? Because you're a very classy guy and you understand.
I tell them to run your own race. Like, it's a reason when horses run, they have those things on the side of them, because they can run faster when they can't see this horse on the side of them. Run your own race. Pay attention to what you're doing, and believe it, you'd be surprised to even know half of that is not even true. What you see on social media, half of that is obtained fraudulently. If it even is real, like, run your own race.
Run
stay
your own
focused,
race.
and yo, go.
That is really the good
Bro,
thing.
put your blinders on.
Have
Run
blinders
your
in
race.
life, young people. Run your own race. I'm gonna ask you one more thing for the young people who are doing drugs, who are taking cosmetic drugs, psychedelic drugs, party drugs, and we're dealing with the epidemic where fentanyl is killing our young people, and peer pressure is at an all-time high. Kids are popping pills in junior high school. What would you say to the kids about drugs?
Like, just look around. It's so dangerous. Like, the number of overdoses rates. They just putting anything in drugs right now. It's nothing you want to play with your life. For a simple high, you could go work out. You could go do something to get that high. You could
Find
go
your high
find your
somewhere
high.
else.
You could find your high somewhere else without the drug.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have a lot of young people that have a lot of different things going on. The last subject I'm gonna touch on you is we have a lot of kids out there getting bullied right now. And we grew up, we were never bullied, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And there's a lot of kids out there that are being bullied And just from a guy of your status, I just want to hear you say to the young people, what should they do about being bullied?
Being bullied. Let me see. You gotta make sure that. I mean, it's different types of bullying. So what kind of bullying? You know, it's cyber bullying. You could be bullied online. You could be bullied physically in school. So, I mean, you just got to reach out, get help, make sure you're safe, talk to someone else. Like I said, reach out.
And it's really a hard question for my guy to answer because we were never bullied.
Yeah, so I can't
but at the same time, we acknowledge bullying is real. And if you're being bullied out there, he has something that he said, and I harp on that is, somehow we have to communicate with somebody because bullying can only last if it goes undetected.
Period.
If you don't say anything, nothing's gonna come about it. So if you're out there being bullied, whether it's cyberbullying or it's physical bullying or it's some kind of other form of bullying, because there's kinds of bullying that hasn't been labeled. But if anybody's pressing you the wrong way, whether it's led by fear, deceit, or some type of a hold something against you type bullying, tell somebody. Because that's the only way you're gonna stop it is by telling somebody. And you're not a snitch because you're telling something to save yourself. And the only way a bully gets powered is if he's isolated in his own truth. But once you expose the bully, you'll get the change that you need. So thanks a lot, Floss, for taking the time with our young people for BBG Bounce Back Generations. This is Larry Jones, AKA Dime. I'm gonna sign off and that'll be it. Thanks, Floss. Appreciate it, man.